Thank you. Damn, it's good to be back in Illinois. Let me tell you, it's good to be back in Illinois. I've got a question for you, brothers and sisters. Are you awake now? Have you finally awoken from the sleep that the Republicans have put us in for the last few years? Did you ever in your life ever think that's what's wrong with this nation? Is middle class, organized labor, and public employees? Destroy them and this country will be okay? Keep taking care of the banks, keep taking care of Wall Street, but destroy collective bargaining and drive people into poverty, and this country will be great. Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. There you go. I got the program that Nancy Guyatt and our state Fed put together in Indiana, brothers and sisters, at the local level. We went from third house stations that we had before this started. We was lucky to have 20 people there. After this started and towards the end, some of those third house stations had 1,000 people there, letting those Republicans know, don't take our rights away from us. Don't destroy our schools. It was the effort every day in that General Assembly that finally got people to listen. Everything, and we stood with the Wisconsin workers, sir. But let me tell you something. For everything that was going on in Wisconsin, we had 11 different bills in the state of Indiana that they were absolutely trying to destroy every opportunity for people in the state of Indiana to get a quality free education, to get a higher education, and to make a decent living. Just to make a decent living. I finally figured it all out after I was in Illinois. And I had a lot of time to read and do some things. If you're in poverty, they can control you. If you're in poverty, they control you. Don't ever forget that. As your wages come down, it gives them an opportunity to control you. Here's what they don't like about unions. It's not the word union they don't like, brothers and sisters. It's the solidarity. It's the solidarity. It scares them to death. They know if we stay together, we can win. We started out in our labor committee in the General Assembly over there with 5 Democrats. Education committee, 5 Democrats. We was small. 40 members in the House. We were still small. They knew they had us. They knew they had a majority. They controlled the House with almost a supermajority. They controlled the Senate with a supermajority, and they had a Republican governor that was orchestrating this all over the country. Orchestrating it with Governor Walker, the entire country. But when we walked out, and we came to Illinois, and we was able to sit down, and people was able to start listening to see what happened, the 39 turned into 339, then 3,039, and then 75,000. That's when they started listening. That's when they started listening. You know, one of the brothers talked about recognizing Dr. King this week and what he stood for. And I hope you understand what that man gave his life for. I had the opportunity, while I was in Urbana-Champaign, to watch the DVD At the River I Stand 3 times. That was a story of the Memphis sanitation workers. And let me tell you something. If you ever get a chance to watch that movie, watch very closely the last day of Dr. King's life when he's marching. There isn't any doubt in my mind that hero knew that he didn't have many more days to live. You could see it in his eyes and see it in his face. But he didn't quit marching. He didn't quit fighting. And that's what we've got to do. That's what we've got to do. The good thing about what's going on across the country right now, they have woke up a sleeping giant. But you've got to understand, brothers and sisters, don't blink. Don't blink, because if you do, they'll bury you. And if they get the chance, they'll control you. Your union and your organization with your state feds, your central labor councils, and your solidarity is what makes a difference.
That's right!
Don't think for a minute that when this started, that this wasn't a war on workers all across this nation, because it was. Did anybody last summer hear people campaigning that they wanted to destroy public education, people's right to collective bargaining, project labor agreements, the common construction wage? Hell no, they didn't. But where are we at today? They want to destroy that all across the country. If they do, they control you. If they do, they control your children. If they do, they control your children's opportunities and your children's opportunities. We cannot allow that to happen. My son came to Urbana the first Saturday that we was here, and he walked in that room with the rest of us, and he wasn't there 15 minutes, and he turned around and looked at me with tears in his eyes, and he said, "Dad, I know exactly why you're here." He said, "I know exactly why you're here now, and I am so proud of you. So proud for the fight that you're putting on." And I said, "Son, somehow we'll get through this, win, lose, or draw." And I'm going to tell you what's strange about this for me, brothers and sisters. I just happen to be running for mayor of my hometown. This year, I haven't been able to campaign for 6 weeks. Well, yeah, in some ways I have. But some people have said, "Dennis, what are you going to do?" And I think I've told everybody that I've came across. What we did as a Democrat caucus in Indiana was much more important than my next election. But it damn sure isn't any more important than those 2012 elections, brothers and sisters. That's what's important. This movement has got to stay active. We have got to register voters. We have got to make sure that they stay registered. And they've got to understand what this war is about. If they understand, we'll win it. If they understand, we'll win it. United we stand, divided we fall. One day longer, one day stronger. One day longer, one day stronger. God bless the unions. God bless the state feds. And God bless you. Fight, fight, fight for working men and women. Thank you. Thank you.